There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Well, hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the ImagineEars Disney podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Hey, Susie.
Now, am I also a good co-host, or am I just a good friend? Am I good at my job?
Yes.
Okay.
You are both.
Good. I really needed that. I just really needed some, assurance. Thanks.
I chose you for a reason, to be my...
After the first 4 people said no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Great start to this tonight.
Yeah. Well, this is actually going to be a really fun episode once we get through a lot of big news. But anyway, I'm good. How have you been?
Doing okay. Doing all right. So
all right.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Had some sickness in the household last week. That's why we were not live, but we are live this week. and we have a fun one. So we were going to do this episode last week.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it still fits for today because
it's
this
still
topic
happening.
is very long. Yeah,
right. And we will get to that in a minute, but we do have some news and notes for you guys for this week before we roll into our general topic of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick reminder that upcoming later this month, it is now August, so yes. August 20th through the 22nd down in Orlando, we have the Fanboy Expo, which is going to be going on. It's going to be awesome. Susie is going to be down there representing the podcast.
It's just over 2 weeks. Like,
that's crazy.
I cannot believe it's already August. But yeah, I'm so stoked.
They have an amazing lineup of both Disney celebrities, Star Wars celebrities, and some non-Disney related celebrities as well. So if you're fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original Chips television show,
Back to the Future,
there are going to be
90s boy bands,
right? There are going to be so many guests there. It's going to be a great time. So don't miss out on that. Mm-hmm. You can still get tickets by going to fanboyexpo.com and check out the information on what is left available for you to purchase for that weekend. So,
and if you're going, let us know. I'd love to say hi. Maybe shoot me a message, shoot us a message, take a picture. I just love meeting our listeners. It's so fun. We've gotten to do that a couple of times now.
Right. And speaking of our listeners and viewers, since this is a live show, want to say hello to Nicole because she has said hello.
Yay.
Hey, Nicole, she's watching on YouTube. Also, Claire on YouTube is watching as well. Hey, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
And then our buddy River.
Yay, River.
Fresh off his vacation from Walt Disney World. Hope you had a wonderful time with your family. So,
I'm sure they did. That's great.
So, hello to all of you and welcome to the show. So, yes, Fanboy Expo, and then we have some Disney-related news. So, let's talk about the travel one first, because I am really most excited about this one.
Yes.
As you guys know, who listen and watch the show, we are travel agents with Travelmation, and one of our agents has worked really hard over the past several months to line something up that is an exclusive trip with Travelmation. You are not going to be able to get this anywhere else. This can only be booked through our agency. And I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out. We have talked about Adventures by Disney on our show before. We've done a couple of episodes. Yeah. We've talked about the Paris and London trip. We've talked about South Africa with some people who have gone on those specific Adventures by Disney trips. So we have talked about the level of quality of product that is, and how it consistently ranks like the highest customer satisfaction of any Disney vacation destination package that you can book.
Right.
So this one is going to be super special because it is going to have essentially a tour host, tour conductor, if you will. And I can't remember how he did it, but he reached out to legendary Disney legend, Disney Imagineer, Tony Baxter. And this Adventures by Disney trip, again, exclusive with Travelmation, is going to be hosted by Tony Baxter October 10th through the 22nd of 2022. And it is going to go to Egypt.
Wow. Oh gosh, that's so freaking cool. I actually watched The Mummy this weekend. I love ancient Egyptian things, and I mean, we're basically all going to get to be like archaeologists. Well, I say we. I don't know if I'm going.
Right.
Because I don't know if I'm going.
Right. So it's 10 days and 9 nighs for the regular tour. And on that tour, you were going to be able to do such thing as visit the Valley of the Kings, the pyramids at Giza.
Wow.
There's going to be a Nile River cruise.
Oh my gosh. All my Agatha Christie dreams coming true.
Temple of Isis. You're going to go into Old Cairo. So you're hitting all of these like really, really popular things that you can do when you go to Egypt. And there's going to be some additional things as well that you are going to be able to. Well, okay, one, you're going with Tony Baxter. And for those of you who.
Okay. That's the big thing.
I'm sure there are people on the who are listening or watching that are like, well, who's Tony Baxter? Tony Baxter is maybe one of, if you are a Disney nerd like me and Susie, you will recognize that name and face because if you watch the Imagineering story on Disney Plus, or if you've watched the most recent show on Disney Plus talking about the attractions, is it Behind the Attraction?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the name of it. Behind the Attraction, he is featured prominently because his hand has been involved with so many attractions over the years. Splash Mountain was his. But Indiana Jones out in Disneyland.
That's what I was going to say. There's like an you call this archaeology. Like, that's my Sean Connery. So that's what I feel like. This is basically like Indiana Jones, right? This trip. It's crazy.
And Tony's an expert in that area. So they actually asked Tony, like, all right, so Tony, if you were to go anywhere, where would you want to go? And he said Egypt, because I think he has that connection. So in addition to that normal tour with all those wonderful things that you're going to be able to do, visit and taste and see, you're going to have the option to add 2 additional experiences. The first experience is you're going to visit Petra. And if you're not familiar with what Petra is, again, going back to Indiana Jones, in the third movie, The Last Crusade, it's where the climax of the movie is. So where they ride up on the horses and the city that's built out of stone. So that facade out in the front, that is Petra. So you're going to be able to visit there. And then the other destination that you are going to be able to visit is, where'd it go? I had the name, Abu Simbel. So it is a temple in Egypt that was the inspiration for the scene in Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, where Indy has the staff and the sunlight comes through that opening.
Yeah.
And illuminates the room, like through the staff. So that scene in the movie was inspired by this actual place. And you're going to be going it happens twice a year. So the dates coincide with this trip.
Do you know what day it actually is? Because this trip is actually during my birthday.
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be post trip.
Okay.
But it falls right in line to the time of year where the sun is going to illuminate the interior of that room in the temple. So some super special stuff that is going to be taking place. You do not want to miss this. This is a very, very limited engagement. So there were only, I think, 38 total slots available for this trip. So if you are seriously considering taking this trip, let us know. Again, you can email us. Our email is ImagineEarsPodcast@gmail.com. And just tell us your names. And right now, we're not taking deposits. Right now, we're just creating a name list because we have to hit a certain amount of names first before it activates as an itinerary. So if we get enough names to go, this is going to be happening, and it is going to be one of the, if not the best trip you will ever take in your entire life. Like, it is amazing.
It's so cool. I just want to go so I can just endlessly make really bad Indiana Jones references. I mean, also it's going to be awesome. So please, if you're interested, let us know. I want to live vicariously through you guys. This is just once in a lifetime. This not even once in a lifetime. Like, this is just once in like 20 lifetimes. This is insanely cool.
And it's not a matter of if it will sell out. It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
So you need to get on this as quickly as possible if you want to do this.
Yeah.
So anyway, Great. So we will, I'm sure, revisit that in the near future. So moving on. So the other bit of Disney news that actually happened today is we finally got some information on the new pass holder program out in Disneyland. Meet the Disneyland Magic Key. Susie rolls her eyes.
That's so cheesy.
Well, they have to call it something different. So it's not.
Do they though? Because I mean,
Well, it's a new thing.
it's basically the same thing, just with different rules, but it's still the kind of pass that you can buy annually.
Right. So, and this may or may not be a glimpse of what we'll be looking at Disney World. And people have asked that question today. I think Disneyland and Disney World are two separate things, completely different
Very
things.
different experiences, yeah.
So I don't think we'll have the same structure necessarily on what this looks like, but we do have the information of what the Disneyland pass holder program is going to be called. Again, it's called Magic Key, and there are 4 tiers. So the first tier is the Dream Key, and each tier is a key, not to be confused with Keys to the Kingdom.
Right.
The Dream Key, and this is going to run you $13.99 or $102 a month. After a $179 down payment. So very similar to the system that was in place. With this, so with all of the tiers, reservations are going to have to be made 90 days in advance or less. But if you're talking about less, you're going to have less options. Your window, much like dining reservations, where you would do it at 60 days out in Disneyland, the reservations for the park open up at 90 days. So Dream Key is you can hold 6 reservations at the same time. You get 20% off select merchandise, 15% off food and beverage, and this is the only tier where parking is included. And again, that is $13.99. Then the next tier is the Believe Key, and that runs $9.49, and it will be $65 per month after a $179 down payment. This includes up to 6 park reservations held at a time, 10% off select merchandise, 10% off food and beverage, 50% off parking. The next one down is the Enchant Key, and that is $649 or $40 a month after $179 down payment. Reservations, you can hold 4 at a time, and you get 10% off select merchandise, 10% off select food and beverage. And the final optional key is the Imagine Key at $3.99 or $19 a month after a $179 down payment. And this is available for Southern California residents only. And you can hold up to 2 park reservations at a time, 10% off select merchandise, 10% off food and beverage. This was actually better than what I was expecting it to be. There were a lot of questionnaires that went out, and I think a lot of people gave feedback where they wanted options. And I think they delivered on that. I think this is a fairly attractive. It's different than what they had before, but I feel like there's still value to this for sure, especially if you go to the parks quite a bit. Your thoughts?
I am not a California resident. I've never held a Disneyland annual pass. If they try to fly this at Disney World, it will not go over well.
What specifically are you?
What am I talking about? The number of reservations to be held at a time. I think it has to be more at Disney World. We have 50% more parks. Wait, did I do that math right? We have twice as many parks. Dang, I'm trying to sound smart.
I'm saving this audio clip.
We had twice as many parks. I was like, half of 4s too. I'm tired. All right, so we have twice as many parks. If you are going for 4 days, you can do Disneyland in 2 days. You cannot do Disney World in 2 days. You need 4 days. So I imagine the number of reservations you can hold at a time, if that translates over to Disney World, has to at least double. It really does. Especially because there's people like me who go at least once a year on like a 7 or 8 day trip. And if I can't make a park reservation for every day of my trip when I'm already down there, it's really going to suck. My other big thing that, again, if they try this at Disney World, I don't think it's going to go well. Parking. I think you got to give people parking. That's a huge benefit that you are about to take away from a lot of pass holders.
Again, we don't know what
we don't know. We don't know. Those are just the big red flags to me that I think have to be different from Disney World and Disneyland. I think parking and the number of days on the reservation system. That's just me. Again, I've never been a Disneyland pass holder, so the prices aren't crazy. Only the Dream Key is the every day of the year. From there, similar to
there are
other
no blockout dates for that.
Right. And then as passes do, the lower your pass, the more blockout dates you have. So I get that. So everything else seems pretty like I get it. But man, I don't want to have to sacrifice parking, especially when you're already having to pay to park at the hotels. So
true. Well, and we should know hopefully soon before the 50th anniversary, because in the announcement for Disneyland, they also did mention what they did announce that the pass program will be coming back to Walt Disney World. They just didn't announce any details about it. So we should know that soon. And as soon as we know, we will let you know, because I know the majority of our listeners are Disney World patrons. So,
yeah.
But okay. Speaking of Disney.
Yeah, it's kind of why we're here.
I was trying to segue, but it didn't work.
That's okay.
All right. So tonight's topic, we are going to be talking about our Disney Olympic Dream Team. So if Disney were a country,
which it basically is, they already control the whole world, let's be honest.
If Disney were a country, who would we select for our Disney Dream Team, our Olympic representatives, both animated and live action, for not all of the events, some of the events, like we looked at the entire list of Olympic qualifying.
Yeah, like table tennis isn't on here.
I just I couldn't think of anybody. So we did come up with a pretty good list.
I think so.
We didn't share who they were.
There's one I know that we have in common.
Okay.
Because you texted about it.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
And I was like, yeah, I know who that would be.
Yeah.
But other than that, which, I mean, that's pretty much the only answer to this one sport. So I don't know who else we would have had.
So as we start our list, we're asking you guys the question as well that are watching live. Who would you have as an athlete in your Olympic events from the Disney universe? And this can be, again, animated, live action, Marvel, Star Wars,
Pixar.
So, and we'll give you some time to answer those, and we'll come back to those after we do our list. Okay. So let's just start off. Let's just go alphabetical order. We did give the events alphabetically to each other. So let's start with archery. Who do you got? Who do you got from the Disney Olympic team?
From the Disney Olympic team, I have a very brave individual. I believe Merida would represent the Disney team very well in archery, as long as she doesn't lose her temper and get disqualified or something.
Okay.
All right.
I also, well, did you pick, so we didn't do, I don't think you can do this for all of them because some of these
Didn't
are
do it.
actually kind of very hard. Did you do any male representative? Did you do a male and female representative for the sport?
I didn't, but I know who the male representative would be.
And that would be?
Hawkeye.
Okay. So I also said Merida because
Okay.
obviously. And then I was kind of flipping between Hawkeye and Robin Hood.
That's the other one. Yeah.
So
good choice. Or what about Susan from Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh, true. Didn't think about her.
I didn't until just now. So a lot of options actually for archery. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Next up on our list, badminton.
Yeah, there's a reason I said Hawkeye for archery instead of Robin Hood, because I believe Robin Hood is a film which is going to sweep the badminton category, and so I believe Maid Marian would represent the Disney team fairly well. She's very foxy.
Right.
It's so stupid. All right, and you have.
I actually, same movie and same scene. I just went with the other character. I forgot her name. Madam.
I'm like Clucky or something.
She's the chicken. I forgot her name.
Clucky.
But the badminton shuttlecock gets caught in her dress and stuff. So I think that is the only. Could be wrong. I think that is the only Disney movie that actually shows badminton being played.
Yeah, I think so too. Lady Cluck. Very specific sport, which we had to include. All right, now it's gonna start getting a little. I feel like those first two were very obvious.
Yes.
Now we're starting to get into a very opinionated thing here as the Disney team coaches as to who we're going to choose from the trials. So for gymnastics, I chose Tarzan.
Okay.
I think Tarzan swings obviously is the upper body. He obviously has the entire body strength, but I think his grip is going to be really key here for bars and for the rings because the men's competition does rings. I think Tarzan's just like very agile. He lands on his feet, so he's acrobatic. Tarzan.
I also chose Tarzan.
No, you did not.
I really did.
That's hilarious. I thought I was being really clever. Well,
I mean, I was like, is there something like parallel bars or something that it requires?
Yeah.
Balance and strength. I'm like, well, there's Tarzan.
He's probably also got like really strong
minds think
like toe strength because of gorillas.
Did you have anybody female representatives from gymnastics? This was a hard one for me.
I didn't. However, we had, I thought we had someone in our Instagram say no. That was a different option. Oh yeah, here we go. Someone said Mrs. Incredible or Elastigirl for gymnastics.
Yes.
Actually, Allie said Mrs. Incredible, which I mean, obviously, she's going to be able to contort herself in all kinds of positions, like floor. She would do really well. Balance beam. That's a great choice.
Yeah, that is an awesome choice. Way to go.
Oh man, I'm starting to think maybe our lists are going to be very similar.
Maybe not. We'll see. So,
all right.
Next up, we had diving.
When I was growing up and watching Disney movies, there are two characters who are both somewhere on this list who gave you like unrealistic like hair expectations. Like when your hair is wet, like as a girl, you're like, oh, it looks so cool. Like when you're underwater. One of them is Pocahontas because when she dives off the cliff, and then she swims, I was like, whoa, look how cool she looks. And like her hair's like flying in the wind. Like she's so coordinated and she's just does the little swan dive. Yeah, you had Pocahontas.
I sure did have Pocahontas.
Wow,
that
we've
one
been doing
scene
this for
where
too
she did the
long.
high dive off
Yeah.
the wonderful. So, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, did you have anybody for any male representative for diving?
Do you?
Luca.
Okay.
Luca.
That's
from the
really
new movie.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I could see him going in a couple different categories.
Yeah, he could go in a couple. So,
Hmm.
let's see here. Moving on, Equestrian.
I didn't go with a human character. I went with a
Okay.
horse. I went with a horse character because I feel like, oh gosh, I hope no one out there is like an actual like person. I feel like the horse is doing. You have to train the horse, but like the horse is doing the work. Like the horse is the one jumping, or the little thing where they like the horses dance. I don't really know what that is. I saw that for the first time this year. I don't know what that's called. Like dressage or something. So anyway, I just have a horse because I feel like this character is more than capable of handling it on his own. And I chose Maximus from Tangled.
Okay. I see what you did there. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You actually chose a horse for the equestrian events. I
As
chose
opposed.
Meredith
Oh, okay.
again. She's a multi-sport.
I know. Wow, yeah, she's really. I'm just really glad she didn't decide to compete for her homeland of Scotland in the sports, and she decided to compete for Disney.
Yeah. Didn't have any guys for that category.
I didn't. I mean, I guess Maximus is a guy, but he's also a horse. So.
Right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep moving on to fencing.
Fencing was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get some. Okay, there's a lot of characters who sword fight. There's an entire series of movies of space sword fighting. I did not choose any of them because I feel like fencing requires a certain like finesse and like classy level. And I feel like someone who wears puffy sleeves and has a sword would just look like really good fencing. I chose Captain Hook.
Okay.
I just think with like how he holds his sword looks more like a traditional fencing way than like a lightsaber.
Okay. I, for the male side of things, went with one Mr. William Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Good one. Another puffy shirt. All the pirates.
I went with Will Turner. For the female, I went with Mulan. Yeah,
Mulan. One of our listeners said Mulan. Okay, Stephanie Jones said Mulan. No, sorry, that was for archery. She said Mulan because I also was thinking Mulan for either archery or sword fighting.
Okay.
The princesses are very versatile. Like
very.
Well, yeah, they know what they're doing. That's a good one.
No.
All right.
Next up, we have rowing.
This one was hard. This like badminton, I think Matt included on the list because he had someone very specific in mind. And so he wanted to like show off that he thinks he's smart. I'm going to keep our pirate trend going. I have Jack Sparrow. I feel like this guy gets marooned or left somewhere all the time and has to row himself constantly. So I have Jack. Unless he's intoxicated, in which case he won't pass, the test.
Okay.
I think I know who you have, though.
Who do you think I have?
Do you have Long John Silver from Muppet Treasure Island?
No, I do not.
Oh, that was my alternative. Because he's in the because the rowboats are a whole like subplot.
No, there's another rowboat scene that I'm specifically thinking about, and that is one in Peter Pan, Mr. Smee in the rowboat trying to escape
wow
with Captain Hook from TikTok.
So many pirates.
So many pirates.
Probably our next category too, though, could probably technically be a pirate as well.
Okay, yep, sailing.
Although I went back to the heroines and chose Moana.
Yep.
Moana for you?
Moana and Maui.
And Maui. Yeah. They make a great. Isn't there?
Yeah.
There's. I feel like in the Olympics, there's like so many different variations of the same thing. Like there's like 30 swimming competitions, and so is there like a pair of sailing, or is it sailing as a team, or do you know? I have no idea.
I mean,
I think they'd be good together.
Yeah, it's a good team. It's a good
Yeah.
team.
If it's not, we're making it a sport now.
Yeah. Okay. Shooting.
Woody. Sheriff Woody. He literally Woody. He's got a whole roundup gang.
Yeah.
He's got his he does the reach for the sky, and he's got, he does the draw. Like, I feel like he can shoot. He's a sheriff.
Okay. I'm going with someone who has a little bit more of a track record with accuracy. I may get some nasty comments on this, but I'm going with the hunter from Bambi.
Matthew.
I'm just saying he was a good shot. That's all we're doing. It's the qualification is you have to be a good shot.
Oh my gosh. That's so disgustingly morbid. Do we okay, every animal that we're bringing on the Disney team now needs to be in serious, like, hyperactive, like, awareness mode.
Look, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Going by track record alone. It's all it is. Qualification. He has the best shot.
Oh my gosh. Please people comment about how awful. I can't be the only one who thinks that's terrible. Oh my gosh. It's
oh, here you go.
It's very dark. It's very funny. It's very funny. It's just very dark.
Yeah. Claire. Oh my. Kelly Wood just had the
Yep.
Yeah, the face. But
oh my gosh.
It's also horribly accurate.
I know. I hate how accurate that is. Gosh.
Oh, Christoph. There you go. Christoph saving the day. Davy Crockett.
All right. That's better.
There you go. I'm
okay.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one. And we haven't had a live action yet, have we?
No. Will Turner.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, and Clayton. I had Jack. So Pirates of the Caribbean.
Clayton
from Tarzan.
Yep. So, well, if you like
what about Gaston? Gaston has all those see, you didn't have to instantly go to Mother Killer.
Well,
but you did.
Well, you're really not going to like the next one either. So,
oh no.
Oh dear. Sport climbing.
That's like rock climbing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mia Thermopolis from Princess Diaries.
Oh, okay.
Because she's not like a soccer girl. She's like a rock climbing whatever girl. Her hand-eye coordination is 0. There's several scenes of her rock climbing. I adore Princess Diaries. We did that a couple of months ago for our Friday night movie. And that every time I think about rock climbing, I actually think about that movie because I was like, that looks so fun. And then every time I've tried to do it, I can't do it. I get really scared.
Yeah.
That I'm going to fall. So okay. Mia.
Did you do any males?
No, but I'm scared of what you're going to have now.
So I chose 2. I chose a male and a female. For the female, again, I chose Merida. This may just be the Merida show. But I mean.
What can't she do?
She climbed the firefalls.
She did.
I'm just saying. She climbed the firefalls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord have mercy. He can't even get it out.
I'm afraid of your response. I think you may quit.
Okay.
Again, it was really impressive.
Oh, no.
He went a long way. Like, I was like, wow, he's going to make it. And then he didn't. Mufasa.
I know it. I knew it.
He almost made it, guys.
No.
With his bare claws.
Oh my
Climbing up
gosh.
And he got all the way to the top, and he was betrayed. So I think it counts. I think he would have won the gold.
Yeah, but the problem is he's dead. So, golly. I'm looking at the rest of the list, and I'm thinking of the next saddest Disney movie, which is Old Yeller, and I don't think it could fit anywhere. So, are we done with all the very like traumatizing Disney moments now?
I think so. That was it. They were just back to back.
Oh my gosh. On a lighter note, surfing.
I
have a male and female. They're from the same movie. Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? Who else is there? Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, there's somebody else.
Not as good as Lilo and they literally have like that's the entire plot. Was that the entire plot of the movie? But like Hawaiian Roller. All right, who do you have?
Well, I did have Lilo for the female, but without a doubt, like guaranteed gold medal in surfing would go to Mr. Johnny Tsunami.
Nice. Very good. Hey, when we do this in a few years and we can do the Winter Olympics, we can also feature Mr. Johnny Tsunami. Awesome. All right, time to be really basic. Swimming.
Oh, yeah. Nicole said Nani. You look at her.
Thank you.
You look at her wall in the movie. She already had a bunch of surfing awards.
Very good point. Very good point. And Lilo may not be old enough. I don't know the age determination for Stitch. So maybe that's how we'll have it instead.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. Swimming. I hate how boring this answer is, but like Ariel.
Okay.
Like she's literally a mermaid. Or Luca for the male.
Yep. Okay.
Again, also literally a sea creature.
Okay.
Matt, I'm very scared now because he probably went, who drowns in a movie that I can put for swimming?
Well, the female was more obvious for me. The male, there were a couple options. I kind of was trying to choose between Captain Hook because when TikTok's chasing him, he's going fast. And then, of course, Luca, who we just saw in the new movie. But also who we just saw for the female, I'm going with Sisu.
Oh, very good.
Queen of the Water. I mean,
very good. Yeah. Raya and the Last Dragon. That is such a good movie.
So yeah.
Good choice. Thank you for being just like way smarter than I am.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
I guess that makes up for Bambi's mom being shot.
Or Mufasa.
And Mufasa. All right. Track and field. Dash.
Yep.
That is the correct answer.
Yep. He was mine as well.
Do you have a female?
So I was trying to think of a female for track and field, and I couldn't think of anyone right off the top of my head. I was just I'm like, Dash. Dash is the obvious choice. So maybe some of you guys have come up with a logical person for.
Oh, okay. This is one of our responses on Instagram, and I'll read the rest of them when we're done. But for track and field, because the field portion, Elastigirl for shot put or discus, because remember she throws the sewer cover.
Oh yeah,
that's very clever. That is Miss Weezer95 on Instagram. So that's an eagle eye right there. That's a really good answer.
Very good. Good job. Okay, so we finally come to the last one. Weightlifting.
Hercules.
Is there another
Hercules.
choice? I mean,
I mean, maybe Mr. Incredible if we just basically wanted to give everyone except Violet and Jack like a spot on the team.
I thought about Kronk. I thought about Kronk, but I think Hercules obviously is probably the number one choice.
Yeah. Do you have a female for this category? I couldn't really think of one doing any,
No, I didn't come up with one.
I didn't
Like
either.
some categories were easy, some of them were not.
Yeah. Well, we opened this up to to everyone on social media, but we got some responses on Instagram, which I think are worth sharing. Oh, we've gotten a lot more. Okay. So here's we got a lot of princess things. Okay, so fencing, Prince Philip.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I mean, look, if you slay a dragon, I think you qualify.
That's pretty much worthy. Prince Eric for sailing. Flynn Rider for equestrian jumping. These are all coming from Chell. Merida Archery, Ariel synchronized swimming, which I think is very funny. This is my favorite one. She said, though, Snow White for cross country because she runs through the woods.
I mean,
not
wrong.
Not wrong. Another option from Little Paint, Eventer 13, Hercules and Pegasus for equestrian. I think they're a good pair, and that way we have a horse and a rider pairing.
Okay.
J-Rat says Goofy's son Max for skating because now skating and all those kind of yep, that's all in the Olympics. We said Allie's, Stephanie's, Alec, Powerline would get gold in literally any event because he's just that good. I'm not going to argue with that.
No arguments. No arguments at all. Powerline wins.
And then Claire said LeFou for the high jump, and I tried thinking is that I don't know if she's just being tongue in cheek because he is so short, which I think is hilarious. I can't remember if there's an actual bit with him jumping in the movie though. So I think it's because he's short, which is really funny.
Yeah, I think that was a joke. At least we think.
She's probably smarter than we are. I mean, everyone is. Matt's just morbid.
Thanks.
So awful.
We had some responses on Twitter as well. Tony from the Disney Discussions podcast said Goofy because if he's good enough to make instructional sports videos, he must be good enough for the Olympics.
I love those videos. That's a good one. That's funny.
Captain America because
for anything, yes. Yes.
Stitch because it would just be funny, and Hercules is an also obvious choice.
Yeah.
Danny, our good friend Danny, Big Beautiful Disney, said Goofy would be a great player for basketball, Merida in archery, Luke Skywalker in fencing, and Mickey in soccer. For some reason, he's always in soccer gear. This is true. Bryant said Captain Jack Sparrow for sailing. And then Michael Nip said he didn't give any specific sport, but he said bolt. So I'm going to assume he meant for track.
Yeah.
Speed races.
It's a good choice.
Let's see here. Let me check Discord real quick. I know we had a few people comment.
Something is just off with my table tonight. I can't.
Let's see. Steph Rueda said Mike and Sully make a good team. And,
could you imagine them playing beach volleyball?
Well, and I
was the ball.
I'm like, for what event? And she said, well, Sully is tall and can probably dunk, so basketball, and Mike is the ball.
Yeah.
There you go. River said Steve Rogers for track.
Mm-hmm. On your left.
Yep, on your left. And Nicole Elling said there are a lot of characters from the MCU that could probably win a lot of events, and that's true.
Yeah.
So, And last but not least, let's get to the comments that came rolling in tonight. And boy, were there a lot of them.
Oh no. I hope. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Okay. So, give us a second. Here we go. River said Elsa could win the Winter Olympics on her own. So maybe
Elsa could create the Winter Olympics arenas.
Maybe we revisit this list later on.
Yes.
I mean,
next year.
We have hockey. So
yeah, the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. Kelly Wood says, is Hercules 2 on point? Nope, not at all. He made our list. Samantha Pritchard. I know he's not a Disney movie character, but can I pick Joe Rody? If not, it's Hercules and Kronk for everything. So what would Joe be?
I think Joe would be like I'm going to step back. I think he would be like the choreographer for things.
The choreographer, I would have
or him, like synchronized swimming or like rhythmic gymnastics or something like that. Like he would be the one like putting together your entire like routine, like giving it a theme.
I would have him as the flag bearer in the opening ceremony.
That's a good idea. Well, yeah.
For sure. River also said Hulk for weightlifting. Kelly, when we were talking about gymnastics, she said Kloppen from Hunchback. He does the great tumbling. He would be her pick.
That's some good insight.
And then Samantha also said Dory for synchronized swimming.
Oh, as long as she remembers her routine.
Yeah, that maybe.
That's cute though. That's a cute suggestion.
Madison Mitchell said Philippe from Beauty and the Beast, I guess for Equestrian.
Yeah.
That's her favorite Disney horse.
I'm telling you, just the horses. Disney horses are smart. They can handle themselves.
We have Mulan for Equestrian. Ooh, Claire Brown. I like it.
Oh my gosh. How did we not think of that?
Molly and Annie.
Oh my gosh. Claire wins. You should pick Claire to be your co-host like we were talking about earlier. What are we doing here?
For fencing.
Dang, that is sharp. Pun intended. That's on point. Pun intended. Because they literally are fencing. Dang it. I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid.
Oh, okay. Moving right along. Let's see. Johnny Tsunami for surfing. Let's see here. Kelly Wood also said Quicksilver for surfing. The Silver Surfer.
No. That's Wanda's brother. So running.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Silver Surfer.
It's late. I was thinking
Silver Surfer,
but she's saying Quicksilver, which also makes sense, I guess.
You didn't see that coming.
I guess for speed. The speed.
Yes.
Speed thing.
For running, because he runs fast and then he died.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. So yeah, sorry for the flub there. I know my Marvel.
I'm sorry for the flub that we didn't do freaking Parent Trap.
Yeah, that was a miss on our part.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I remember when I discovered that like it was one person and not two. Like it was just Lindsay Lohan. I was like, what?
Daniel said Captain America.
Discus.
Yep. That's
all those years of practice with
good
one. Good one.
Samantha's rebuttal for Joe Rody. He's just good at everything. Yes,
not
he
wrong.
is. Hope he's enjoying retirement.
Straight facts.
Well, now he's planning the space stuff, I think, for Richard
Which
Branson.
one? Branson?
I think so. Or SpaceX. I can't remember.
That's so freaking cool.
So cool. Well, man, this was a really fun conversation.
Yeah, this was cool.
Very entertaining. Sorry for being morbid. I'm sorry, Susie.
It's okay.
It was kind of clever, though.
Yeah.
It was the obvious choice.
I wouldn't say it was obvious. It was clever.
Yeah. So
just gross. All right.
So if you guys are listening in on this podcast for this week, leave a comment in the comment section on Twitter or on Facebook, or just send us an email. Let us know what your favorite characters are. You can find us if you haven't found us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, of course, since we're streaming this to our YouTube channel. Just search for the ImagineEars Disney podcast and interact with us. We love chatting with you guys during the week, and that's how you can keep up to date with the latest news as well. We'll post the big breaking news. We don't post everything, but if something is relevant, especially when it comes to your vacation planning and it's need to know, like the new mask policy coming back, hopefully just temporarily, we're going to let you know those big things. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast and you want to check out our back catalog of episodes, feel free to do so. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you like to listen in. You can find us again by searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast. Discord friends. So we are. So are you going to be here Friday night?
Yeah. You're not going to be here Friday night?
No. So I'm gone for the next 2 Fridays. Friday night, I'm going to be packing, so I won't have time to watch a movie. And then next Friday, I'm going to be on a trip. I am going on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
What?
We're back to Salem, ladies and gentlemen. So we were in. Some of our agents from Travelmation were invited to go on the inaugural. I don't know exactly why they're doing this, but so the Carnival Mardi Gras went out for the first time this week. Listening, the maiden voyage left Port Canaveral on Saturday and will return this coming Saturday. And then the next sailing is the one that I'm going on, and it's going to be a bunch of travel agencies representative, but a lot of Carnival executives are going to be on. So we called it the inaugural. So it's the inaugural season. But I'm going to be checking out this brand new ship. I'm going to put up the picture again for you guys to see.
It's beautiful.
It is a pretty ship.
I've missed seeing cruise ships.
I love the new color scheme that Carnival went with. So typically Carnival was all white, but I love the blue that they have incorporated into.
Yeah.
And blue's always been in their color palette, but now it's more prominent in the front of the ship design. Newest ship in the Carnival fleet, the largest ship in the Carnival fleet. So this ship is propelled by LNG, so liquid natural gas. So it's clean and efficient. And if you look on the top there in the back, this is the first first cruise ship that has a roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, you definitely have to do that.
Oh, you better believe I'm going to be doing it.
Let us know how that goes.
I've already seen video of, and it's called Bolt. It is unique in the fact that you can control how fast it goes. So you ride it kind of like a motorcycle, and the accelerator is in the handle. And you pull it like a motorcycle, and you can go full throttle. And full throttle goes like 35 miles an hour.
So that's like Space Mountain.
It's faster than Space Mountain. Space Mountain's only like 22.
Really? I thought it was faster than that.
No, it just seems faster because it's in the dark.
Oh, that's how they get you.
But since this is like all electric and stuff, it's like immediate 35. You go from 0.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
The initial launch is what really makes it cool. So
wow,
if you go full throttle all the way, the ride only lasts about 20 seconds. But if you go a little slower, you can get more mileage out of it. It is going to run.
Matt will be going full throttle.
Yes, the entire time. Because it is $15 to do per person. So it's
$1 a second.
Yeah, about $1 a second.
That's super freaking cool, though. You gotta do that at least once. Yeah,
I'm excited. Gonna try all the food things as well, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of video, so be on the lookout for that. And when I return, I'll be taking lots of photos as well. But I'm excited not only to go personally, just because I've missed sailing so much. My last sailing was on the Disney Dream, literally the week before they shut down. We were on the ship, and I've talked about it several times on the podcast. We were on the ship when they announced that it had become a global pandemic, and then they did one more sailing, and then they shut down.
So you were on the second to last sailing, and now you're on the second sailing of a different ship. So full circle. But I'm excited personally to go, but I'm also excited because as a travel agent, I like going to like new things, especially like brand new things, and being able to experience them and then pass along the information that I learn onto you. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing what I find out about the Mardi Gras. Well, Matt's away. Susie will choose what movie we play.
Oh boy.
If Nicole is still listening, Nicole, are you free on Friday night? Because I say we call it and we go ahead and do. Hold on.
That's trying to catch the last cruise before another shutdown again. Please don't say that. Please.
But I say it's time we just go ahead, pull the trigger, Camp Rock.
Your call.
Matt's not here. Actually, I would love for Matt to watch it, but that's okay. That's okay. We got to get this in before the summer ends. So I know Nicole wanted to watch, so let us know if you're free Friday. If not, then we'll schedule it again because I know I got to have my fellow Joe Bro friends watch at the same time because this movie's iconic. So we'll see. Yeah, Camp Rock!
Nicole is very excited about Camp Rock.
All right. Camp Rock it is, friends.
All right. Camp Rock this Friday. You guys have fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And then next week when I'm on the cruise, you'll have to pick something else too. So
yeah, I'll pick something a little more like with wider appeal, if that's possible.
If that's possible. So.
Camp Rock 2.
Camp Rock 2. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right.
Oh Lord. All right, we better finish this up.
We're gonna wrap this thing up. Thank you, everyone for listening and watching tonight. We appreciate you guys. We look forward to coming at you again, not next week, but the week after for our live show. We'll be back and we'll have another great episode lined up for you. So until then, friends, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.